I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? Stop.
Like nervous.
Hey, for real though. But yeah, we try to keep it real conversational on here, bro. We just chopping it up really.
I talk like a freestyle.
Oh God. Hey, for real though. Let me get it started though. Mic check, 1-2-1-2. Welcome back to another episode of the Justin Dunning Podcast. It's your boy Justin Dunning, and with me today I got a very special guest. My boy Nink's in the house. Kellen Mond, how we doing? How we doing, man?
Couldn't be better.
Could not be better. First off, let me cut straight to the mustard, man. What the hell does NINK mean?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna ask.
Bro, people been requesting to get you on the show, and then the first thing they ask is what does NINK mean? They don't, because you never put it out there. You never told people what it mean.
So, and I tell everybody this, it has no meaning. It's just a random word. But the funniest thing is, like, I'll be getting DMs and they're like, everyone thinks it's an acronym. Yeah. So because sometimes you'll put space in between it. Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
the funniest acronym, someone said, no interceptions, no kicks.
Y'all scoring on everything. Huh?
They trying to think of every.
Yo, what the? It's crazy because it does look like an acronym. And then when I first seen it, you must have came up with this after I left, because I mean you started saying it with the beginning of this year, right?
Nah, I actually used it. Me and Jamon used to say it at IMG, but like it's finally like started. Like I started using it.
Yeah.
Like,
you weren't using it that much freshman year, were you?
Nah, not at all.
And then neat. I thought it was like the sound of money or something, bro. Like, but no meaning.
That's cha-ching.
I'm talking about like. Anyways, though, man. Yeah, that's cool though. That's crazy. You like starting a movement, man. People out here posting on their pictures and stuff. I seen a Kellen Mond fan page follow me last week, man. I'm like, man, this dude is blowing up, huh, bro? But man, yeah, bro, you've been handling it well though, man. We got a lot to talk about. A lot happened this weekend. Obviously, you watch college football. But before we even get to that, I want to kind of take a step back. I know you've seen this podcast before. You know what we do here, man. We take steps back and look at your past a little bit. And first thing I want to talk about, every time I see y'all play on TV, they always like put a flash on your dad, like the camera on your dad, and he's up there sitting there like this, stern-faced. And they always talk about his military background and stuff. I'm like, okay, this man look like he hard. He look like he'll put that belt on you back in the day. So tell me this, man. What kind of role model was your dad for you growing up, and kind of what direction did he point you in as a young child?
Just kind of somebody who always like instilled confidence in me and kind of told me that work ethic was everything. Right. And, you know, it was always hard on me. I think that's why I'm kind of really disciplined nowadays. But just someone I've always looked at as a role model and could always help me growing up.
Yeah. So was he like major pain, like military around the house, or he was just like?
He's actually laid back. Everyone thinks.
How come he looks so serious, man?
I know during the game he's into it. Like I don't get to see him, but they say he's standing up.
Yeah, hey, the boy, hey, arms have been crossed every time I've seen him, bro. Straight face, mean mugging. It's crazy. And then, so did you always live in San Antonio?
Yeah, 18 years till I'd see 16 until I moved out to IMG.
And you moved to IMG when?
Right after my junior high school season.
Okay, so you went to Reagan, correct? Mm-hmm. Same school as Trevor Knight. And what kind of pushed your decision to move to IMG?
Just I was trying to get a little bit better coaching, but also when you surround guys who are kind of on the same path as you, and it kind of makes you work harder, and you kind of it makes a vision a lot more clear. So when I was at Reagan, you know, everyone wasn't, you know how high school is, not everyone's clear and doesn't want to go play college football. But when I moved to IMG, everyone who goes there, you know, 4 or 5-star athletes, you know, everybody has one goal. So first day of practice, you know, everybody's fighting. Fighting for their positions.
Just squabbling out there.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks boxing and everything like Creed.
Nah, I was actually watching everybody. I was just stood back and watched.
Yeah. So who I was there? Okay, hold on. So kind of paint me the timeline. 2015, I know DeAndre Francois was there. Mm-hmm. Year after that, was it Shea Patterson? And then you came in right after him.
Right after.
Was there any other quarterbacks there at the same time as you?
Zach Anixted, who I think he starts from Minnesota right now. He's a true freshman.
Okay.
He's actually a walk-on and ended up starting.
Okay.
Out in Minnesota, so
that's live.
Definitely had a pretty good pipeline.
That's live. So do y'all? I know y'all only been there like 1 year at a time, but do y'all like kind of keep in touch with each other?
Yeah, we actually FaceTimed him. I FaceTimed him the other day, just talking about shoes.
Got to get your kicks right here.
Got
it. Oh, speaking of which, hold on.
Oh gosh.
It's not really speaking of which, but so you know Keith McGee, correct? Keith McGee contacted me the other week, and he wanted to get on the podcast to kind of defend his name, because you know we bring him up quite a bit on here. You know,
I would not let him.
Just a funny guy to talk about, you know, but that's my guy though. So Otaro Alaka, my roommate. Okay. A dude I'm not very high on. I personally don't even like him. But OT dropped the list last week. You know, he's working on another one right now. The list last week he dropped was the funniest guys on the team. All right. I think you were on there number 8.
Should have been 1, but
that's what I'm about to ask. Should have been 1.
It was no order. So.
Let me pull up the list, matter of fact, just so I can make sure I get this right. But any major movers that you would have on the list off the top of your head?
Funny.
Mm-hmm. Who would be who's your top 5 on the team?
OT is definitely on there. So, but he wasn't.
He couldn't be on. Yeah. He couldn't be on his own list.
Yeah. I feel like Dalen has to be on there.
Dalen's funny. Yeah.
I got him on there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Is that the top 3 on the team right there? Because he get
like,
number.
Keith is a funny guy, but it's just in a different way. Like
it's more like you laughing at him instead of really. Yeah. What about he had TD number 1 on his list.
Oh yeah, TD is definitely a funny guy.
Yeah, hold on, I can't even find this. Oh, there you go. So it went number 1 TD Mode, number 2 Buddy Johnson, and tied.
Oh no, yeah, Buddy's on there for sure.
tied with Lefty for number 2. Number 4 he had Dalen Mack. 5 Kingsley Kiki. 6 he had PV and J-Ro as a duo. Then he has KK at number 7, Kellen at number 8, Muhammad at number 9, and then Jordan Moore at number 10.
Jordan Moore needs bounce.
Jordan Moore, he ain't really.
Nah, he's shy.
He's shy.
He's shy and funny.
Interesting. So he don't be cracking jokes around the locker room now?
Nah, he tried to, but
it ain't like he's like
it's more like, yeah, bro, get out.
Get this dude out of here, man. So talk to me about this, man. So you went to IMG. When did you get the scholarship from A&M? Before you went there, or what?
Before I went there, but that was when Spavital was here, and then Mazzoni ended up hitting me up when I was out there. And funny thing was, like, I was trying. I think me and Jamal were trying to go to the same school, but I was like really close to going to Auburn, and he was close to going to A&M. And then I ended up coming to A&M. He goes to LSU,
right?
Which is very weird. He was recruiting me to A&M, but then he doesn't. Right. But we ended up both here, which is kind of a crazy thing.
It is crazy because you were originally committed to Baylor, right?
Yeah, Baylor. Our Browns.
After he left. What was the whole situation like, matter of fact? So I know our Browns was there. Were y'all pretty close?
Yeah, really close.
And so did he kind of come out and tell you about the situation, or you kind of just heard about it in the media?
I heard about it, and he ended up getting fired. And so I never got to talk to him. I just talked to his son, who is the offensive coordinator out there.
Right.
Just told him, like, I didn't want to be a part of that situation.
Right. Rightfully so.
He understood it, yeah.
Yeah, rightfully so. And so you decommitted. You were getting recruited by Auburn, and then you ended up coming to A&M.
Yeah.
Funny story about that, too. I remember whenever you were getting recruited, this before I even knew you, though, I was sitting down with remember Scott Johnson?
Yeah.
Old recruiting coordinator. Yeah. And me and him used to be real close. And me and Jared Stidham, we were also close from recruiting. We were in the same class. And so I remember talking to Jared, and Jared was cool. My roommate also, Kirk Merritt at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember he was telling both of us, he was like, yeah, man, I want to come to A&M. Like, you know, it's a good spot to be at, you know, yada, yada, yada. He was like, but the coaches aren't really, you know, they aren't really hitting me up no more. And I went to Sco, and I was like, yo, Scott, what's going on, man? We got, you know, I mean, he already been balling at Baylor. You know, he already know what's going on. Like, you know, bring him in. And I remember Scott telling me, he was like, look, man, we got a guy in Kellen Mond. He's like, we believe in him, man. He's gonna be the real deal. And I was like, bro, you sure? Like, this dude in high school, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, he's in high school. You got a dude over at Auburn or at the transfer from Baylor at the time that can be the dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, he was just like, we believe in him, you know? And I was like, shh. I'm a little skeptical at the time. I'm like, bro, come on, man. You know, we got an opportunity to get him, but we didn't. And so I think that says a lot about that old coaching staff and Scott Johnson, that they believed in you, man. And so it's kind of cool to look back at it, man. But so you come to A&M as a freshman, and first off, what was that battle? What was the QB battle like for you? You came in early, and you kind of battled in the spring and then also the fall. What was the quarterback battle like for you?
I would say it was a little bit similar to this year, just two guys competing, just really not against each other, but just trying to be the best that they can be. And he ended up winning that starting job and ended up getting hurt, I think like second quarter of UCLA game. And then that's when I came in, and then that was like a big downfall. But I still look back at it as like a super big positive for my whole entire career. Just sometimes you need those fall offs to kind of bounce back and realize what you are.
Absolutely. And so that first, hold on, going back to the quarterback battle, how soon before the first game did you find out that you went to Duke?
I would say about 2 weeks, maybe.
About 2 weeks.
That's when we started preparing for UCLA.
Yeah, and then what was that conversation like? Because I know as a highly touted freshman, you come in expecting to be the dude.
Yeah.
And so what was it like for him to tell you that you weren't? Like, what initially went through your mind?
I think I wasn't, I guess, mad. Mad, I guess, is the wrong word, but I just knew I had to, no matter what, keep preparing myself, keep leading, because you never know when your name is called, and it ended up being week 1.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I feel like like Nick went down, and I feel like this is right after, you told you're not the starter. It's easy for, you to go out there and be shook, like, man, what's going on? Like, I wasn't prepared for this, but I thought you did a good job preparing yourself as a freshman. And so the season kind of goes along a little bit. You're growing, have your up and downs. Obviously, you're a true freshman.
Yeah.
Young buck in the game. You don't really, you don't really know what's going on out there that much. And so I feel like you had a pretty good season for a true freshman, right? How would you grade it yourself?
It wasn't anything around a C or something. It was nothing
great. Spectacular.
Yeah.
Right. But it was just good being out there, right?
Yeah.
Being able to contribute and grow. And so then I feel like a lot of negative stuff you did. Like I remember, for example, being mad as hell at you after what game was it? It was a game we almost lost. I think it was a Florida game, maybe?
Yeah.
You were like 40% or something like that passing, bro. I mean, I know it was a rough game. I was like, bro, this dude pissed me. I almost came up and said something to him like, bro, come on. Got to throw some dimes out there, man.
Yeah.
But no, it's been crazy to see you grow and progress, man. And so I feel like a lot of criticism that you received freshman year was kind of like, they were like, oh, he's a freshman, so, we're not really going to get onto him that hard.
Yeah.
But so this year, came out really strong. You kind of hit a little bit of a rough patch in the middle of the season, right? Ups and downs. And, for me as a fan, so this is obviously my first year being outside of football, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm getting to see things from a fan perspective now. I'm getting to hear different things, man. I'm up in the stands, boys talking crazy and whatnot. And so, let me see. I don't want to tell this story. There was I don't know if you've seen this on Twitter, man. There was a page, Gig'em Gazette, all right? Gig'em Gazette, they tweet a lot during the games, and I'm subscribed to their tweets so I can, listen to what they say. And it was one game, they were just really going off on you, bro. Like, and it wasn't like, they weren't just like directly going off on you, but they were doing like some shady kind of like sarcastic kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you overthrew somebody. They were like, oh, look, Kellen Mond overthrew somebody again. And it was just like, and they were starting to add up on me. And so I ended up saying something to them after the game. We had a little back and forth conversation. And, for me, it was just really frustrating, right? Because like now I'm seeing it from a fan's perspective, whereas a player, I didn't really even pay attention to it at all.
Yeah.
How do you respond to negative criticism, man?
At times it's hard. Like, obviously I see it. Like, it's kind of hard to hide from it unless you completely stay off social media. And I feel like social media is kind of big, building your brand. Right. But, you got to I feel like treating the negative and the positives the same way. So you see certain guys, they make a good play, they're going to retweet it. Like, it's going to stay on the page for a whole year.
Yeah, boys going to go look up their name on Twitter.
Yeah. Somebody on the team that used to do that.
I know.
You already know.
Yeah.
But, I don't really like portraying myself as, I'm going to keep retweeting all these good plays, but, the people are still talking bad about me. So, you just got to weigh those kind of evenly. And
so your big thing is just pretty much not getting too high or too low.
Yeah, exactly.
So not really even kill. Yeah, man. It's just crazy to see it because, like, and obviously we have some fantastic fans, some of the best in the country.
Amazing.
But yeah, people, they just want to win and they just want to, go out there and compete. And the big argument I was having with this one guy was, he was basically saying, like, if I'm Team Mond or, like, if I'm trying to applaud you, I'm basically applauding, like, mediocrity or, like, us not doing well. This was after the Auburn game, matter of fact, after we lost. And I think my big thing was, like, you can support a player without, applauding mediocrity. Like, you want them to do better or you want the team to do better.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily like you're saying, oh, yeah, we're good where we are. You know what I'm saying? We're still trying to grow. We're still trying to move forward. And I think I've seen that progression in you, man. I've seen you grow from where you were last year. And, like, early in the season, you caught my eye in that Clemson game. I'm like, man, this dude is out here balling. Like, this is a glimpse of what we're about to have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, how much progression have you seen in yourself?
It's definitely, I would say, been up and down. So, but from where I came from last year, and just especially learning a whole new offense, pretty much a whole new language, developing more as a passer. I mean, I made tremendous strides and still plan on making another jump like that from sophomore season to junior season.
Absolutely, man. All right, talk to me about, your buddy Jamon was supposed to be in here, man, but he didn't show up. So Jamon gets hurt. Was it Arkansas game?
Arkansas.
One of your primary targets goes out the game. What was it like for you? And then you probably talked to him about it too. What was the injury process like for him?
I mean, one of the biggest things, and he knew it, but just told him, make sure you handle rehab. You know how you got to handle rehab.
Absolutely.
100% can't be missing stuff. But, I mean, every single day in there, staying with a positive mindset. But it's the only way to deal with injuries. And the guy who got turf toe week 1 ended up hurting his shoulder, sprained AC joint. Week 2. Yeah, no, this guy was banged up. Like,
who is it?
Sprained AC joint. So when he's at practice, he can't even move his arm.
Okay.
And, receiver, you got to have an arm.
You got to. You got to move that thing around a little bit.
Ended up, I think, week 3, spraining his knee. Then week 4, and week 5, that's when his
That's just like it's like the definition of not taking care of your body right there, though.
I don't know what it is. You look at him and big guy, it looks like he should be able to take some hits, but I guess he's just soft.
Oh.
I guess he's soft.
Guess he's just soft. Okay, so staying right there on the hits for a little bit, you've been getting rocked, all right? You've been getting smacked around a little bit. Obviously, the offensive line doing a pretty good job protecting you, but, you take some hits, though, all right? How does your body feel? I know we talked about it a little bit before, but how does your body feel?
I'm good now. It's after the season, but I mean, there was definitely some games. I woke up the next morning and
you felt it.
Like I didn't even want to go to treatment. I couldn't even walk.
Yeah. And then, so man, you 2 years in, 2 full seasons in. Kind of talk about the college experience, and I mean, has it been about what you've expected so far?
Yeah, just kind of just enjoying college life, and that's really all you can do. Obviously, football has swamped everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a lot of people, some students just, you got school, I joke around, they get to go to Starbucks and just, do some homework. But
sit on the benches and talk with their friends.
Exactly. Yeah. But, from really about 1 o'clock on to about 7 o'clock. And
you grinding.
Just straight grinding on football. So
yeah, it's
like having 2 full jobs.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
And you've been handling it very well, though, man. I think you've done that, and you've handled success very well, too. The highs and the lows. And I see you got your blue check on Instagram. You don't unfollow me yet, so, I mean, I appreciate that, brother. My guy. All right, so now moving on. So my favorite question of the interview.
Oh, gosh.
You played with a brother named Keith Ford, correct?
Yeah.
Handed a couple balls off to him. Keith Ford is one of the favorites here on the podcast, man. We talk about him a lot, share a couple stories, The first story I came in here and shared was Keith Ford talking about global warming. And he said the only way we can stop global warming is another Cold War.
I think that makes sense, but
okay. Don't really. But anyways, then Kwame came on last week. Kwame said that one time in a hotel, Keith came up to him. I don't know if you heard the story or not. He said Keith came up to him. The pores. He said his pores are clogged up because he got exfoliating beads stuck in his head. And so that's why he's bald right now. You probably heard the dude say some crazy stuff. All right?
For sure.
Do you have any Keith Ford stories?
Man, I would have to dig back in the archives.
Is there anyone that just comes to mind, a Keith Ford moment, an interaction, anything y'all have talked about?
I don't remember exactly what was said, but, arguments about, it's pretty big in the locker room, and Keith Ford needs to stay out of arguments, like, completely.
Yeah, he needs to stay out, bro.
I don't remember exactly what the topic was, but, like, I think I was getting mad that he just kept sharing his input.
Yeah, Keithy, I think he always thinks he's right, and then like he be providing facts. I said this last week too. He like makes up facts in his head, and then he just like spews them out there. Like,
and then when he gets hit, you hey, Bo. When he gets hit, you like Keith, leave.
Yeah, Keith a funny dude though, bro. That's my guy. All right, hold on, pause.
I mean, I played receiver, but I hated it.
Didn't catch.
My ball skills are bad. I would, if I knew the ball was coming to me like a go route, I would naturally widen my split so I knew the quarterback couldn't get it. But I did drop a snap, but thank God my knee was down.
Oh my, hold on. All right, we're back. Man, just ran up some stairs, bro, so out of breath. Hold on, stay right there for 1 second. I'm glad you just said that too. Kellen. Okay, let's go to this 7 overtime game versus LSU. Fourth quarter, all right. When you drop that snap, I'm sitting, first off, me and my girl, we're in the stands, hyped for this whole game, right? The whole stadium's watching now, right? So you drop this snap, you pick it up, and you throw that pick. I got so heated, bro. I'm talking about I grabbed my stuff. I'm telling my girl, grab my charger. We're leaving. I'm getting out, I'm bumping people in the hallway. I'm about to knock boys over onto the field. I'm heated, bro. I'm walking off. And I hear over the big speaker, they're talking about the game is still going, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a boom, turn of events, because I went from being really, really happy to really pissed off, and then back to what's going on, you know what I'm saying? What was it like, first off? Take me through that play.
Well, I ended up dropping the snap, and
you were nervous?
Nah, never.
You just took your eyes off the ball.
Yeah, I think so. And so I don't know why when I bent down to grab it, I don't know why my knee was like that.
Boy was doing this thing, for real. Your leg was all sideways.
I don't think I've ever bent like that, but I was God was like, hey, I'm going to put your knee on the ground. You're going to need it.
Yeah. So pick that ball up. And then, hold on. You threw who you throwing to the pick when you threw the interception?
I think it was going to be a dig route coming behind it.
Oh, okay. Threw the pick where I was like, man, I was heated, bro. And that was to your boy, too, wasn't it, Grant?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was talking crazy after that, too.
Nah, I walked straight to the sideline. I was like, there ain't no way.
Yeah.
We see up on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
And he was down. I was like, hold on.
You see it, Ralph? Yelling at him, you see my knee was down, Ralph? That was crazy.
Then I saw, I guess that was with 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
It said we had a 0.2 chance of winning.
Yeah. Crazy. And then the whole spike thing, too, controversy on that. You clearly spiked the ball on time. Yeah. Boys talking about this.
Well, Kendrick got down with 5 seconds left, and they kept running the clock. Then they started the clock without the chains moving.
Right.
Or which without the chain set. So.
Right. Which they can't do.
Yeah. It's illegal, actually.
So that was obviously one of the wildest things you've been a part of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take me back, but even between high school and college, besides that, what was the wildest game you've been a part of?
IMG played out in California against Centennial.
Okay.
Front of Centennial. And this was a wild game. Ended up being, we were down 7. It's about 1:15 left. Ended up scoring with 10 seconds left.
Okay.
And we, in our mind, we knew we were not going to stop that offense. I think they almost scored every single drive.
Well, y'all scored and tied it up with 17.
Yeah, we scored and we went for 2 because we knew we weren't going to stop them, and we ended up getting it.
Oh, okay.
And ended up winning 50-49. But that game was insane, and it was a road game. But the refs were on their side a little bit.
Yeah, hold on, my girlfriend's calling me. Hello. I'm on the podcast right now. Yeah, you're actually on the podcast. She said bye. But you said the road refs were on their side?
I think so.
Cheating.
Little bad calls.
Yeah. Boys love to complain about the refs, man. That's funny. Okay, so let me think. I wanted to ask you something else about IMG. What? Okay, hold on. So y'all stay on campus, right, or something like this? Like a boarding school. What is
dorm rooms? They look really nice. Probably look like the best dorms you'll ever see.
Yeah.
But when you get there, man, they're nice, but first of all, your bed is very uncomfortable.
Right.
The room is the sink is in the room. The bathroom is shared with the shower.
Right.
A good 5 feet. Mm-hmm. So you got the toilet on one side, a shower on the other.
So y'all in a jail cell, basically.
Yeah, with 2 people, yeah.
And who's your roommate?
Jamon.
Okay. Y'all boys go way back.
Yeah, and he took up all the space. So, shoes, clothes.
Yeah. And so how long, were you there a full year? Or was
it full year. So I graduated, since I graduated early, I left after junior season, went through spring ball, played senior season, then came to A&M.
I was about to say, and so then you came here. Were you glad to get that freedom again, man? Because I feel like at a boarding school, you're going to be like in a box.
It was like, I guess, good to get away from home. Like,
yeah.
I don't mean in that bad way, parents, but just kind of maturing early.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we were 16 out there, and a lot further from A&M. Like, we're in a whole nother state out in Florida, but it was definitely a good thing for us.
Absolutely. All right, so now we're moving on to the mailbag. A couple questions sent in by fans to the page, man.
Okay.
And this is a question I actually got like 3 weeks ago. They asked me to get you on the podcast. And they said, can you please ask Kellen Mond this question? Dude said he's a big Kellen fan. He said he loves you. He said, but why do you never smile, Kellen?
I don't know why I knew I was going to get that question.
Because hold on. I obviously know you to be a lot different than what you portray in because you do when you do media interviews and stuff, you in there sitting down like this. Yeah, it was try to make a good throw. Yeah. Real serious. And then on the field too, you just like, you try to stay, like I really don't hear many people that actually do this, but you talk about not getting too high or too low, but you really just stay like maintain that same level the whole game.
Crazy. I know.
But like, why?
I feel like it's more of a focus thing.
Yeah.
But just pretty much staying locked in. And, certain guys, you got your Courtney Davises, love talking on the field and timeouts.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Q.
Chill out with that, bro.
Just chill with that.
Right.
Then Jamon, I feel like, is very serious on the field. So, but you definitely have different type of characters out on the field, and they kind of blend in well with the team.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times people are like, they keep the same personality though, because like I know OT joking off the field, joking on the field. But I mean, he gets serious sometimes, but he's joking too still. But it's crazy because like I remember you as a freshman, you walking around spitting bars and stuff in the locker room. You rapping and whatnot, joking, and then on the field you just like serious, straight face. It's crazy, bro. Suit and tie, you ready to work though?
Suit and tie, business.
I feel you, bro. Business trip, man. And then kind of staying right there on the rapping a little bit, not a lot of people know that you actually got bars. Okay, that's something not a lot of people know about QB1. This man can rap.
Man, I got flames.
It was funny. I used to see you going over our lockers were right across from each other, right?
Yeah.
And they used to be doing like the whole, what was it you watched, like the rap battles or something like that?
Rap battles.
What was it on?
Smack URL.
Smack URL. This man's watching rap battles every day.
Daily.
Hey, going around repeating the bars like you actually spit them. That's so wild, man. So, next question. Is there a quarterback on the next level that you model your game after?
I would definitely for sure say Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
And that was a guy who, even when I was in high school, I looked up to when he was at Clemson and ended up winning the national championship and being a Heisman finalist. So this is kind of a guy who kind of similar playing style, but I also see like a lot of confidence in him. Know he's a hard worker.
Right.
And, he's having success in the NFL. I think they've won 9 games straight. So
yeah,
just kind of shows like his work ethic, his leadership to kind of lead in his second year playing for the Texans.
Yeah. Are you a Houston fan?
I was. Well,
you were.
See, I don't know why, but Andre Johnson was my favorite player.
Oh, I loved Andre Johnson. That was my favorite receiver back in the day.
Yeah, so that was my favorite player, and then he retired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there ain't nobody. So I was just I was the bandwagon.
You should have came to the Cowboys, man.
No.
Everybody.
And then Deshaun Watson ended up going there, so that kind of solidified. So he should be there a while, so I can be a Texans fan.
I feel you. You like DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah.
Who's
crazy hands?
Who was the top receiver in the league, in your opinion? You got AB, you got OBJ.
I feel like if I'm a quarterback and I want to throw to somebody, it's got to be Julio.
Okay. Yo, I had this argument with a dude on the podcast about 3 weeks ago, and I'm telling him, bro, Julio is in a different league of just like he's a freak, man, like a freak athlete, and he can do the stuff that other people do. You know what I'm saying?
He's like back NCAA 14. If you're creating a player, like you're editing the players, your receiver is gonna be 6'3", about 220, 225.
Yeah.
You're gonna bump 99,
everything.
Hand, speed, agility, everything. So that's Julio.
Gotta be Julio. For sure. I'm glad you said that too, man. I'm glad you said that. Okay, and then so right, who would you put after that? AB, DeAndre, OBJ?
I think AB.
AB. He's been the most consistent at least.
Yeah. Crazy numbers.
Crazy numbers.
DeAndre is having a year.
Yeah.
Then OBJ.
Yeah. OBJ's nice, but he had his roller coasters. He's like a roller coaster player. That boy cold though. All right. Next question. Who's the best player you played against in high school?
Probably out in Jacksonville, we played against Sean Wade. Plays DB for Ohio State now. Cool. I'm not sure if he starts at Ohio State, but I've seen him play. But
was nice.
Nice.
That's dope. So like a corner or a safety is gonna scare you more?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking which one.
Oh yeah,
a corner or a safety?
I'd probably say a corner.
Really?
Because I feel like a corner, man coverage, he can shut down one side of the field just by himself.
Yeah, that's true.
A lock-up corner, but.
Okay, so then my next question, who's the best player you played against in college?
Man, this list.
Anybody you left the field from playing and you were like, wow?
I don't know his name. Last year, 93 for Florida, their D lineman. Man, that boy was all over.
93 from Florida. Was it a DT?
Yeah, D tackle. I don't even remember his name, but man.
Did you anticipate that on film, or like you just got in the game and he was out there working?
So the coaches last year, they had like their grades. They're gonna grade.
Yeah.
I think it was like if they highlighted in bright yellow, the star player.
Yeah. It's
like red, then that's the next level. He wasn't even any of those. So I'm like,
none of them.
We ain't got to worry about him.
Yeah.
He come out. I'm like, what?
Out there working, boy.
Make me work.
Yeah, it's stuff wild, bro. And then, so this year you got Jimbo obviously as. Wait, hold on. Is Jimbo a quarterback coach? Am I tripping?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jimbo's coaching your quarterback. How tough is he on you, man? And then, because I've been out there to some practices. And Jimbo out there getting it in, and it's crazy to see too because I feel like y'all didn't really get that in the past. Or quarterbacks, the ones I've been around in the past, y'all didn't really get yelled at like that. And so Jimbo came in with a whole new mentality. What's it like being coached by him?
The thing is, you see him off the field, and he's probably that's all he does, joke around off the field.
Yeah, real laid back.
So we have spring. This was before spring ball, so we're still in workouts, and he's out there watching us and. Mm-hmm. While we're working out, he's still joking around. So, and I had heard from past Florida State players, and they're like, "Oh yeah, when y'all get to practice, he's gonna be on y'all. Y'all gonna hate it."
But everybody says that though.
Yeah.
So
it's
I was like, get out of here.
I was like, well, this is A&M. Maybe he changed a little bit. Man, first day of spring ball. hey, we ain't got a quarterback.
Yeah.
Man. And then just constantly yelling. But the funniest thing is, in fact, I don't know. He wasn't joking, obviously, but he asked me, "How can you miss a throw in practice?" Hey, coach, I'm human.
You're supposed to make every single throw, but it's demanding that greatness out of you. Exactly. That's what's gonna make you great. It's crazy though, because even just seeing, really, man, seeing you after a semester with him. So in the spring, you did that with him, and to see where you progressed to, man, it's been crazy.
Yeah,
crazy, phenomenal. Makes me wonder, what if you had a full year under this dude? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which it has been now.
Yeah.
And it's I'm imagining where you're going to take it next year.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
Now that going into spring ball and fall camp, I'm already going to know the offense fully.
Exactly.
Pretty much. And
yeah, man. I know mid-season, you talk about hearing a little bit of the criticism. Some people were talking down on you, but some people also talking down on Jimbo. They're like, man, we hired this man $75 million. We putting that bread in his pocket, but he ain't really bringing in the wins. You know what I'm saying? And so I think, hold on, my biggest thing, let me round this for a little bit too, because you know how hard it is. You ever seen that show, what's it called? The Wife Swap, or what's it called? You never seen the shows like Wife Swap, whatever? They'll take like a wife from one family and put it in the other family. You never seen that? You've never seen the show?
Was it Netflix or what is it?
I don't know, bro. They'll have two families, right? And they'll take like the wife of each family and swap them. And then they'll so you never seen that GIF where the dude was like, and I'm leaving and I'm never coming.
Oh, that's what it's from?
Yeah. Anyway, so they'll swap them or whatever, and like they'll put the wives over there for like a whole week, and everything will just go terrible. You know what I'm saying? Because they obviously don't know how to run the family. Like everybody's the same over there, but they just bring in themselves and they try to do everything their own way, and it's just not working. And the reason I bring that up, because I kind of relate that back to the program right now. Like Jimbo came in obviously last year. He brought in some different coaches, right?
Yeah.
But the ideal situation for a head coach is to have his guys in here, you know, his training staff, his recruiting staff, his nutritionists, coaches, everybody from top to bottom, his staff. And so it was a challenge for Jimbo to come in, bringing a couple guys with him. And then, you know, we have great players, right? But these are not the guys that he brought in, right? And so he's trying to come in and run this program that was somebody else left behind.
Yeah.
And I think he's doing a great job of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been in here for 11 months now, almost 12. And, I mean, you got to see progress. You got to see us progress in areas that we weren't performing well in last year, things like that, for example.
I think the biggest thing was just changing that culture. And, you know, even games that we lost, you know, last year.
Yeah.
For instance, like Auburn, like a game we got dominated and ended up losing, where to this year we had a lot of success and then ended up letting it slip up. So just going into next year, just tweaking a couple of things and just making sure we're finishing games is pretty much the biggest thing. But he's definitely a whole new culture has been at Texas A&M, and it's only going to get better.
Absolutely, man. There's no limit to where we can take it, man.
Exactly.
This is year one. Honestly, I think this is the worst season we're gonna have over the next couple of years.
Me too.
And I hope that's so. What do you think about people? What do you think about players sitting out for bowl games? I've been seeing it much the past couple of days.
Yeah.
People declaring for the draft, and like it's kind of like a newer trend the past 2 or 3 years or so. I guess it kind of started with that Jalen Smith injury. You remember Jalen Smith for Notre Dame? He was projected as a first rounder, got hurt in the bowl game, ended up missing like 2 years. And so, I mean, what do you think about players sitting out for the bowl game?
I feel like both sides kind of have their positives to it. You know, if you sit out, you know, no injuries, you know, you kind of just start preparing for the combine. But, you know, for me, I feel like I would want to play my last game. You know, I'm not going to, you know, give up on any of my teammates, and that's just kind of who I am as a person. So, I don't see myself ever sitting out of a bowl game, but you know, some guys are making those family decisions. You know, some people trying to make sure they don't get injured or anything happens that last game that can cost them millions of dollars.
Yeah, speaking of costing millions of dollars, did you see the Kareem Hunt video?
Yeah.
Yo, Kareem Hunt. I was actually a big Kareem Hunt fan, man, but I don't know what the hell that was. Like, this dude is wild. And obviously, I don't know the backstory behind it, but Kareem Hunt was basically out there. So with 2 girls in the video?
Yeah, I saw multiple people, but I still couldn't piece, like, who every single person was.
And then somebody said it was at his house, but then somebody said it was at a hotel, a team hotel or something. And
I
don't know, just crazy situation, man. What was the first thing you thought when you looked at it?
Obviously, I would never put my hands on a girl, and that I feel like that's every man should never put his hands on a girl. But you know, I look at it, and you know, a guy who's having one of the best seasons as a NFL running back, and now this could cost him pretty much his whole career.
Yeah, man. Did the Chiefs make the right move by cutting him?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't think you can really defend that, like,
especially with video evidence, you know.
Yeah.
But with that going on, you definitely got to release him.
Absolutely, man. Let me see. And then last question I got for you, man. What are you passionate about outside of football? What do you do? What do you do in your alone time, man?
I think shopping is the biggest thing.
Shopping.
Like, you're big into fashion and shoes, clothes, and that's actually, I got back from Dallas.
Yeah.
And I ended up spending a lot of money, but I ended up spending over $500 on one hoodie.
On a hoodie? What a thing must be. What kind of hoodie was it?
Amiri. Did you see Kirk's picture?
Yeah.
Yellow hoodie.
Yeah.
But it was the black version of that. So I was like, if Kirk got it, man, I got it. If Kirk got drip, I got to have drip.
Yeah, I feel you. Oh, hold on. The best dress list. OT come up with the best dress list. Okay. Best and worst, matter of fact. Give me your top 3 best dressed people on the team and top 3 worst dressed.
And this is like everyday life, going out, or?
This is both. You know, so y'all trying to dress up, and then when you're not even trying also. Who just has that natural swag to him?
Like Keith McGee. No, that's just.
On the best or worst?
Oh, worst.
Okay, worst dress.
Like, but he thinks he loves these little gold glasses. I don't even think he needs glasses. But
he be rocking them Johns though.
He loves them.
Yeah.
But there's like I saw him wear it out once, like a little Black Panther. I don't know what it is. A little tribal, bunch of gold.
Yeah.
All over it. Mm-hmm. Black pants, but I didn't.
He didn't address it right on.
Yeah, he didn't. I wouldn't wear it. Let me just put it that way. So
right.
He's definitely one of my worst dresses. Mm-hmm. Dalen's definitely on there. Big sweatpants. Like, how big your sweatpants got to be?
Yo, everybody says Dalen, but Dalen's improving on his dress, man. Dalen's stepping his game up a little bit.
I don't know what he was like back in the day then.
Got some 50 by 42 jeans on, man. Well, we got to pull up some recruiting pictures from Dalen, man, and bring him up on the show. That would be hilarious. And then who your third spot be?
Man.
It's a tough one right there. Who fits in that category?
It might be Jordan Moore.
Really, Jordan Moore?
I think so. Like, there's certain guys who I just walk around the locker room and I'm like, okay, like, you swag kind of cool. Like,
yeah.
If I would see Jordan Moore, it's never that. And so definitely those 3. Okay, for sure, Keith McGee. Like I think that's everybody's given on the whole entire team.
Absolutely. Okay, so then we flip on the other side. Best dress. Who you going top 3 best dress?
And I can't use me, right?
You can use yourself.
All right, me 1.
That biased, that's unbiased.
That's unbiased. I could just
it's
just the drip.
Yeah. Not everybody has that though.
Exactly. I feel like Jamon's got to be on there.
Okay. I like Jamon. I like Jamon.
Jamon spent some heavy money on some clothes. Yeah. So.
But see, the question comes to mind though: does name brand determine how swaggy you are, or is it actually how you combine in these different garments?
I feel like sometimes it depends on how you match it. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people, if you're wearing like an off-white hoodie, one of these crazy brands spending $400, then. Like, you're like, all right, yeah. Like, I don't care what type of off-white piece. Like, you got drip.
Right. Okay. So you, Jamon.
I'm going to have to say Buddy.
Buddy. Okay. I like that pick.
Buddy be stepping out.
Yo, I was talking to OT about that the other day. I said, put Buddy on the best dress list. OT said Buddy on the worst dress. I think OT just be hating, though.
Yeah.
Hating for no reason, man. That's why we don't like OT, bro.
And when I saw OT's brother for the first time.
Yo.
Man, I was
Twins.
Twins.
It's crazy.
What's his name? Do you know?
Nah, no clue, bro.
Yeah.
I seen him at the game. I walked in, I was like, yo, what's up with it, bro? I was like, oh, it's not even OT. I'm talking about, bro, from
Twins,
their side profile is exactly the same. So they have the same beard and everything. It's crazy. Anything else you want to talk about on the podcast before I let you go?
Man, I'm just straight chilling.
What you got the rest of the day?
I got to work out. And
what time?
That's it. 3:30.
Oh, yeah, you big chilling, man.
Big chilling.
Ain't got no study hall or nothing?
Nah. I didn't skip it, but I was in and out,
Yeah, in and out.
You get to a point, you're a freshman.
Yeah.
You in there 2 hours. And you hit
slaving.
You hit that point, you like.
Yeah, you don't really need to
wait 10 minutes, 15.
Yeah. You handling your business now.
Yeah.
And then you got any finals coming up?
Yeah, all next week.
All on?
I got 3, but I mean,
it'll be easy. You'll knock them out pretty easy, though. For sure, man. I'm glad you finally came on, man.
Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Really proud of the way you've been handling yourself this year, man.
Appreciate it.
Keep grinding, bro. Keep getting better. Keep leading the team, man. And for all you guys listening, we appreciate you. You guys be sure to send in any questions or comments you have about the podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our page on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes, Apple Music. You subscribe to our thing?
Of course.
Are you? Okay, that's good. It took you a while for you to follow us back, man. You know what I'm saying? Had to get on to you about it. But anyways, man, you guys be
Sometimes
sure.
Sometimes I be getting busy.
Yeah, it's
so
you busy. So
phone on do not disturb, and so I see the follow, but
you know what I'm saying? You on the dress.
I gotta investigate the page first.
Gotta scroll down, see what the likes looking like, things like that. For sure, man. What is your name on Instagram and Twitter so people can follow you?
Twitter, the Kellen Mond.
Okay, the one and
Instagram,
only.
Just Kellen Mond.
Just
give me a follow.
For sure, man. So you need to be giving us a shout out. So we trying to blow up like you, man. You got what, 50,000? 60, 70, 80, 90?
Just 20.
20,000 times 500,000, brother. I appreciate having you on, man, for sure.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Peace.